A function is a set of rules that has one number and two numbers. Okay. We have seen several functions, but we have often seen them up until this point in looking like y equals something. Okay. And not all of those expressions would be officially functions, but many of them would have been. So these are two popular ways of showing that something is a function. So for example, if our rule was multiply something by 2 and then add 3 to it, I have shown that by writing 2x plus 3. Okay, I've multiplied something by 2 and added 3. My something, I've chosen to use the letter x. Now this here at the front is just showing that it is a function. So it's a fancy f, colon x, and an arrow. Or more commonly, you may see it as f bracket x equals. Okay? Both of those two things just tell us it's function notation. And on the right-hand side, the rule is as we've been used to. 2x plus 3 means you're multiplying something by 2 and adding 3 to it. Okay? Now, so function work and function notation is generally not too different. You shouldn't find it too stressful, just to especially get these first few things in your brains. Because it's stuff we've been doing before, we just haven't actually called it a function. So I've chosen to focus on the fx equals, so I've got 2x plus 3. If I've asked you to find the value of f bracket 4, what do you think you're going to do? What do you mean do that? What do you think we're going to do? Kiara? 2 bracket 4 plus 3. Awesome. So essentially you're substituting in whatever is in the bracket for the x. Okay? And we would find the value of that because we can. What's 2 multiplied by 4? 8 plus 3, 11. So if you were asked to evaluate or find the value of f bracket 4, you would give the answer 11. No rocket science. What would we do, Lily, for this next one? Yeah, what 2 lots of negative 2? Plus 3
is
negative 1. Okay. The next one, we've got f bracket a half. So what's the point of it's just like in the past, we may have had something like this, and we've had to evaluate, so we have to say when x is 2, y equals blah. But now we can just say if fx, if this is now fx, I can just say f2 equals. I don't have to use lots of words, it's just a different way of writing it. Okay? So that's all really functions is at this point. So if it's a half, we've got 2 lots of a half, plus 3. What's 2 lots of a half? 1 plus 3. 4. They've got a W now. What do you think you're going to do? I'm quite sure many of you will, but Elaine, what do you think you might do? 2W plus 3. Okay? All you're going to do is replace whatever is in the bracket where the x was. Okay, that's all you have to do. And that's why I've color-coded it for you. Up here I have my x in red and my x and my rule in red. And so anything that is now in my bracket, I'm now going to put in place of the x. Okay? I'm going to do the top right-hand one before I go to the bottom. Not yet. See you then.
Oh, me or you?
Oh, did you have a question?
Oh, no, I was going to do it.
Alright, so here again, we're just replacing, Shayla, we're just replacing the x with what's in the bracket. So I'm going to have to bracket a plus 2 plus 3. Okay? Then you will expand and simplify if possible. So Dinah, can you expand this one, please?
2a plus 4
this question is written slightly differently. Okay, this said FH equals 7. Okay, so this time I'm going to put H in place of my rule. So I'm going to write 2H plus 3. But I know that it is equal to 7, so I continue and then write equals 7. Now we're used to, when we see a question, if it says find something, what are we doing with our thing? If it says find, we are usually solving, yes? And that's what we're going to do now, because we've been able to form an equation, because they've given us what the value of the expression is equal to. So I would then say that 2h is equal to 4, because I've subtracted 3 from both sides, and then h is equal to 4 over 2, so h is equal to 2. So this is written differently. This has the value after it, it says it's equal to. So many people, when they see these questions, they just get on a roll with what we've been doing up here and try and stick 7 in place of the x. That's not what you do.
For the 2x plus 3, is that the general rule for any questions?
No, so this is this particular example. Okay, so that bit is going to change each time. Alright? And they may not have changed the letter. They may have just said fx equals 7, find x. Okay, so you would have just written 2x plus 3 equals 7 and solved, and you would have x equals 2. It just so happens for this particular question, they changed the letter in the bracket and they gave you what the value is equal to. Yeah? What is h equals 4? Because I subtracted 3 from both sides.
And
I
4
subtracted
divided by
3.
2.
And then this is 4 divided by 2. Because I divided both sides by 2. Okay? Alright, so there we've got an expression for gx and hx. So you will notice sometimes they're f, sometimes they're g, sometimes they're h. They are all just functions. Okay? So they told us that gx is 3x minus 2 and hx equals 2x plus 5. They've asked us to find x. So what do we think we're going to be setting ourselves up? You're not.
I am.
You are now.
I was before too.
What are we doing if it says find x?
And would be like substitute in the, like for the GX and substitute the value of that. And then, is that the question?
Well, it's more what does finding x, what are we trying to,
We're solving.
we're trying to
Oh,
solve
yeah.
an equation. Yes, that's what, just trying to get that into your head first of all. So if it says find x, you need to try and solve an equation. But we need to form our equation first. They've said that gx is equal to hx. So what we're going to do is look up at gx, and that says 3x minus 2. And they've said that that is equal to hx. So that has to be equal to 2x plus 5. So I'm literally just following the information and putting in what I have. And putting in a function for where I put in a function. And if they're asked to find x, we now have to solve this. We've got x's on both sides, numbers on both sides. So we want to have x's on just the one side and numbers on the other. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. So I'm going to have just x here. And at the same time, I'm going to add 2 to both sides. So I'm going to have 7. If you want to do that in 2 separate steps, you want to do it in 2 separate steps. For now, okay, so we'll leave that now, we'll carry on this next lesson, alright?